Okay, I'm back. Let me see if that's better. All right, that looks better. Back in the phone stand here. Okay, are you back with me again? All right, let me zoom just a little bit. Okay, that don't look too bad. All right, and like I said, be sure you say hello when you come on. So I don't know why I had problems before. Maybe I had my phone on too long or something that it got confused. So anyway, I'm creating cards with Debbie, and you can shop with me today with any items that I'm showing or any paper crafting products that you might need. You can shop with me at www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net, and that's also in the description of the video. And if your order is under $150, use our August host code, which is XJNYVMFQ. So, and that's also in the description of the video too, so if you miss it. All right, let's go through all of our news that we got to talk about. Paper pumpkin for our August kit is still good until August 10th. You're able to sign up, so that's tomorrow's date. And it's called Meaningful Flowers. And you'll also get a free stamp set with this month's kit. So instead of just getting one stamp set, you'll end up with getting with 2 stamp sets. So that's an added bonus. And out of the way, and we'll change it out to this one. So it's called Meaningful Flowers Paper Pumpkin Kit, July 11th until August 10th is the dates that you get to sign up for it. So it says the August Paper Pumpkin Kit is full of flowers that carry a sweet meaning. The blue forget-me-nots represent loyalty and remind you of your favorite memories with those you care for. The lotus blossom represents overcoming challenges and encouraging those around you. With this kit, you can create special paper crafts that are personalized for your loved ones in both design and significance. And this month's kit includes 8 cards for each of 2 designs, 8 coordinating envelopes, 1 pretty peacock Stampin' Spot, 1 photopolymer stamp set, which I said you'll get an extra stamp set along with that, so it'll be 2 photopolymer stamp sets, and pre-cut paper pieces of watercolor designs and enough adhesive to complete the project. And with your very first kit, you'll also receive a acrylic block, so you'll be all set to go. All you might need would be maybe your scissors and maybe a liquid glue or something if you wanted to add that on. All right, and for the month of August, Stampin' Up! Has got lots of things going on. One thing is all the kits are up to 30% off this month until August 31st. So if there's one that you've been eyeing, it's a good time to get that purchase in. And it says, save big on the kits collection for a limited time only, which is until August 31st. Each paper crafting kit comes with everything you need to create artistically designed handmade projects, from birthday cards to festive tags, cute treat packaging to floral wreaths. You can try something new at a great discount, craft with friends, buy as gifts, or simply stock up on your favorites. Just don't miss out on this great deal. And it says the discounted kits are only available while supplies last. And you can go into my store and do a search for kits, and it'll bring all those up. So you don't want to miss out on those. And those would be good Christmas presents too, to give to somebody, because everything's right there that they need to craft. So it'd be an idea for your Christmas list or for birthdays. And in July, we were able to earn a $5 coupons. And now is the time to redeem those. You have until August 31st to turn those in. So with every $50 that you ordered, you got a $5 coupon. So it's unlimited coupons, how many you can turn in. So that'll help on your next orders. It says, ready, set, redeem. It's time to use those coupons you earned. You can redeem your $5 coupons between the 1st of August until the 31st of August. And as always, we've still got our online exclusives going on, which I'm going to be using some of those items today. So that are only online exclusives. They're not in the catalogs at all. So you can find those too also in my store. So just watch for online exclusives, and it'll take you through a whole list of everything that's available right now. And they keep adding new ones every quarter, I think it is. So that's even better. And as also, don't forget to join my team. You can get your starter kit for $99 with free shipping and handling. And you get to pick out $125 worth of products of your choice. So if you have any questions on that, just reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And with after your starter kit, you'll also, with your next orders, you'll get a 20% discount on everything that you order, that you purchase. And that's the lowest percentage you can get. So that can be increased with how well you're doing with your starter kit. So, like I said, any questions, be sure to reach out to me. My email address is there in the description of the video if you need that. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, be sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. And also click that little bell. That'll give you notifications when I post new videos. I try to do one a week, but I didn't have one last week because we were off camping. So it's good to be back and seeing everybody again. And I had a birthday in between there too. So if I have time at the end of the program today, I'm going to show some of the birthday cards that I received from my fellow team members. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our first card. And our first card is a little fun fold. And let me get my bits and pieces all out here, and we'll get started with that. So it's not our typical card. It doesn't open this way. Instead, it opens this way, and the back surface is just a flat cardstock, so it's a little bit different. And it says, happy birthday to you, and it's got the little raccoon, and we're using the Zany Zoo stamp set and the dies, which you get as a bundle. And we're using this little raccoon guy here with he's holding the balloons. So that's the inside. It says, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. And the sentiment for the inside comes from Very Best Occasion stamp set. Kind of out of the camera view here a little bit, I see. I just kind of watch that to make sure I don't miss anything. All right, so we're going to start out with our thick basic white. Set that over there so I can see that. And that measures 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. And then we've got our designer series paper, which comes from, it's our In Color 2023 to 2025. And we're using the Moody Mauve colors today. So this is the one I chose. It's the striped paper, and it's got polka dots on the other side. And that's going to go right there. So we're going to go ahead and attach that with our liquid glue. And I'm just going to center that on the front of that thick basic white cardstock. And we're going to set that aside because we're going to work on our other part of our card. And this is our Moody Mauve cardstock, and that measures 8 inches by 2 3/4 inches. And then I've scored it in the center at 4 inches. So we're going to go ahead and burnish that edge really good with our bone folder. And we'll set that aside. And we're going to stamp our little raccoon guy. And I haven't mounted him yet. So we need to grab him out of the stamp case here. I thought I was ahead of the game here, but I guess I forgot that. I'll place that on an acrylic block. And we're going to use our black Memento ink to stamp him up with. And I'm just making sure I got good coverage of him. And we're going to stamp him on just a piece of scrap paper. But we'll set him aside because we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. That wasn't even stuck to my block. And after I stuck my finger in the ink pad, wipe that off so I don't get it all over. We're going to stamp our sentiment, which says happy birthday to you. And we're going to stamp that sort of midsection off to our right side. And our basic white measurements, I didn't give you those. Those are 2 5/8 inches by 3 7/8 inches long. And there's 2 of those, one for the inside and one for the outside. Okay, I think that's all the stamping we need to do for now. So we're going to emboss these, but I'm going to do that off of screen. I don't want to bring my big machine over here. So I'm using the embossing folder. This is one of our online ones, exclusives, and you get 3 in a pack. And they're just called Basics 3D. So one's got dots, one's got like a flower type, and then this is we call it crosshatch. So we're going to use the crosshatch one right now. And I'm going to place our basic white in here. And we're going to turn around here, and I'm going to run that through my big gloss. And it's a 3D folder, so we need to use our bottom plate, number 1. And then we lay our folder down on top of that, and we use the gray plate, which is the number 4. I guess I really should have showed you how I did that instead of just telling, but this one's in there sneezing away. I hear him. All right. And when you want to have something stamped with ink and then emboss, you want to do your stamping first and then your embossing, because it's kind of hard to get a good impression if you stamp it afterwards. So I should have said that ahead of time too. It's a little pointer. Okay. So we're going to, well, we're going to wait on that. We're going to go ahead and color our raccoon, which is right here. And put out our Stampin' blends. I'm going to use the Pecan Pie, Moody Mauve, and Smoky Slate are the colors that we're using today. So I'm going to start with our raccoon, and we're going to start with the Pecan Pie and color him. And I'm going to use the dark to start with. And we're just going to kind of make sure I show on camera. I'm going to kind of give him some shading a little bit. And just a little pause. And his nose. And then I'm going to color in his tail with a dark Pecan Pie. The tail kind of reminds me of a beaver tail for some reason. Alright, then I come back in with the light Pecan Pie. And I don't want the brush in, I want the bullet end. It's kind of weird. We lived in California, and our raccoons that we had out there, they were gray, and then we come to Arkansas and they're brown. So I don't know what the difference is. Maybe there's a different line of raccoons or something. I don't know. Alright, we got a raccoon colored in. And now we're going to color his face, his little mask. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with the light, what is this, light gray granite, or smoky slate, light smoky slate. And we're going to color his little mask, leave his eyes white. And we're going to do his belly the same. Alright. And then we're going to do the balloons using the Moody Mauve. And I'm going to start with the dark Moody Mauve. And I'm just going to give a little highlighting here on the balloons using the marks that they've already got on them. And then I'm going to come back in with the light Moody Mauve to fill the rest of the balloons in. Yeah, we went camping last week, and it was so hot that we couldn't even enjoy ourselves. We spent most of the time inside the camper because it was too hot to be outside. And even our air conditioner on our camper was having a hard time keeping up with the high temperatures. So, needless to say, we came home a day earlier than what we were supposed to, but that happens sometimes, I guess. Alright, so we're going to set our pens aside, and I'm going to grab our baby boss and bring her over here, and we're going to die cut our raccoon out of the paper here. Make sure. And I had the die, here it is. And to keep him in place, I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold it down in place so it doesn't move on me. I don't want to go through all that trouble of coloring it, and then he moves and it messes up for me. So Hopefully I don't jiggle the table too much. And set Baby Boss over there out of the way. Bring our image out here. Take off the washi tape. And there's our raccoon image. And I'm going to throw my die into my magnetic bowl so I don't lose it. Alright, and then for our ribbon, we're using the textured ribbon, which is our Moody Mauve color. And we're just going to wrap that around. I've probably got way more than I need here, so let me cut another piece. We'll save that for something else. So, my scissors are right here. And I'm just going to wrap that around the bottom. And I think I'm just going to use some Scotch tape to hold that in place, which I moved it way out of arm's length here, so I got to grab that. And you could use a glue dot or your seal or anything to hold this down, but I'm just going to use Scotch tape. And I got a frog. Alright, just kind of get that as straight as I possibly can. Sometimes that's the real challenge. Alright. So I'm going to set my ribbon aside for just a moment here, and we're going to bring our raccoon over here, and I'm going to use just our liquid glue. And we're going to place our little raccoon on the left side of our front of our card. And now we're going to attach that all to this little card here. And if you wanted to, you could place it up on dimensionals, but I'm just going to use my liquid glue to attach it. And I'm just making sure I get enough on there, because sometimes if you have an embossed layer, it takes a little extra glue adhesive to make it stay. So we're just leaving a tiny border going all the way around. Hi Sharon, glad you're here. We just got started. We're just doing a little fun fold here with the raccoon. So here we've got our happy birthday raccoon, and I'm going to tie a small knot in my ribbon here to make it look like a bow, but it's really not a bow. It's called a faux bow. And we'll snip off the ends of that. And it's a little frayed, so we're going to cut off that edge a little bit, clean it up a little bit. So, we've got the front of our card. We need to bring our mini glue dots over here. And we'll attach our faux bow. Ribbon's not turning right, so let me see if I can't maneuver that around. There we go. Alright, put our mini glue dots back in the box. And then I'm going to work on our inside of our card. And like I said, we had two of the basic white that measured 2 5/8 inches by 3 7/8 inches. And now I'm going to stamp our sentiment on the inside using our Moody Mauve ink pad. And it says, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. And like I said, that came from the stamp set, which is our very best occasion stamp set. It has a lot of different sentiments in it. It's real useful. It's got Christmas and just every day, and even for sympathy too. It's got some sympathy sentiments in there too, which is good. We always need those. We don't like to, but it's just all part of life. So we're going to stamp this mid-center towards the top of that basic white. And then, is that straight? I don't know. I'm going to try that again. It's not very straight. Okay. Hair stuck to my finger. That's a little better. And I'm trying to figure out where to set stuff at. And then we have some of that designer series paper that matches the front of the cover, which is 3/4 inches by 2 5/8 inches. Well, it will be. I've got to trim it off, so I'm going to attach that to the bottom of our white piece here. And then we'll trim off the excess that we don't need. I'd rather have it too big than not big enough. I can always cut off what I don't need, but it's a little bit harder to add to it. So let's trim off that. And then we're going to place that on the inside of our little card. And oops. Oh, I confused myself there for a minute. And attach that to the inside of our little card. Just keeping a little border going all the way around it. Yeah, I keep showing my head in the camera. I didn't want to do that, showing my gray hair. Alright, let me put some glue on the back side of this, and we'll attach it to our card front. And I'm going to turn it this way so I can get a good angle of it and set that right in the middle. All right, and then we have, I didn't get out my gems that I wanted to put on there, so let me get those. If I can find them. We're using the Glossy Dots assortment. And I'm going to be using these. They don't look right. No, that's not the right one. Okay, here they are, right here. No? Yeah, I have them put in with another card here that we're going to be using. So these are the wrong ones. We'll put those back. These are the ones that we wanted. They're the 2023 to 2025 in color dots. And we're using the Moody Mauve. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to grab hold of those. And we're using all the smaller ones. So I'm going to put 3 on my card front. And another one right about there. Alright, and then to finish that off, I'm going to put a little bit of bling onto our balloons. I'm using the Wink of Stella. Just to bling it a little bit. So here we have Happy Birthday to You, and sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. Okay, so that's our first card. Let me clean up here a little bit. And lid. Alright, so for our second card, we're going to be using the horse and sleigh as our sentiment. And I'm using the, what is it called? It's the One Horse Open Sleigh 6x6 Designer Series paper. And this is an online exclusive, so that's what I was talking about earlier. You can go on there and search for all the different ones that are online only. They're not in the book. And, okay, I've got, things are upside down. This is a fox. And then trees. So with these, a lot of them, you can just use the background paper, the Designer Series paper, and just add a sentiment to it, and you've got your card ready to go. Gorgeous papers. And the little deer is cute. And the pond. This is kind of a different one. It's kind of an aerial view down. And our little cottage in the snow. And some more trees with a pretty sunrise or sunset. And some more trees in the snow. And this one. So, pretty papers. Alright, so here's our card that we're going to be doing. Let me get my instructions out here. There we go. It says, sending warmth your way. And it's like you're looking out your window. I've got the curtains here, and it's showing the house in the background. It's kind of different. And I didn't put anything on the inside because I think we're going to leave it blank and just have it as a note in case you want to write a note to somebody. Could be a thank you note, or I was just thinking of you note. Alright, just trying to make sure I don't lose tiny pieces here. Those for my curtains. I need to keep those there. Alright, so we're going to start out with our card base, which is our pebbled path. And it measures 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. And then it's scored in the middle at 4 1/4 inches. So we're just going to burnish that edge really good. And then we have, just trying to see which one's which here. Okay, is that right? Yeah. Basic white, which is 4 1/8 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And we're going to stamp our sentiment down in our bottom corner with that. And that's going to be sending warmth your way. And I'm using the Pebbled Path ink pad to stamp that with. So we just ink up our sentiment. And we're going to stamp that in our bottom corner. And I'm sure getting ink all over my block here. So and be careful here, don't get it all over the place. And I should have used my mat, my piercing mat. But that looks pretty good. Close that up, these aside. Alright, so we're going to set that over on top of our card base. We'll attach that. be centered on the front of our card. Oops. Now, hopefully it's centered. I think I might have used the wrong one. It doesn't look right to me. No, it's the right one, isn't it? No, I used the wrong card. This was supposed to have been the inside layer. So let me pull that back off. All right. I'm just barely into my cards and I'm already goofing up here. So this measured 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Now let's bring that stamp back over here and stamp that again. I'm just showing what not to do. It confused me because I had one white layer for the inside and one white layer for the outside, and I've just got both of them mixed up here. And this time I am going to bring my piercing mat over because we're doing photopolymer stamp, and I need a little bit of cushion underneath it. So let's try this again. All right, much better. Close up our ink pad again. And let's set our piercing mat aside. Now we gotta glue that to the card front. So let me add some more glue. Much better. I knew that didn't look right when I was gluing it down. It wasn't giving me the right spacing going around it. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. We're going to work on our scenery. The designer series paper I've already cut out. It measures 3 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And I've already cut out my little curtains, and I used early espresso cardstock. And I'll show you what I used. I used the Zany Zoo dies. And I better move that glue paper out of the way. I'll put something on top of it. And I'm using this little edging that comes from those dies, and I did the curtain balance. And then here's the side of the curtains I did using this die, which is the side of the curtains. And then it's even got little tie back dies that are right here that you use to put on the curtains to tie them back. So they thought of everything. They included everything in that. So it's kind of awesome. Alright, so we're going to start by layering down our designer series paper scene through the window. And add a little bit of glue. And we're just going to place that centered onto our card front. I'm getting my head in the screen there. And then we're going to start with our curtains on the side. We're going to put them down here, and I'm just kind of layering them to make sure that they're fitting right. Yeah, I didn't check them before I started the class here to make sure that they weren't too short. So we're just going to line this up with the edge of our designer series paper from the side to the bottom. And the same with the other side. And there we got our curtains. Now we need to put the valance on top. And I'm going to also line that up with the top of our designer series paper. And a cap for my glue. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to use my fine tip glue bottle to put our tie backs on our curtains. So I'm just going to run a little line of glue along each side here. And hi Becky, glad you're here. So I'm putting our tie backs onto our curtains. Yeah, it looks like I got plenty of glue there, but it'll dry clear, it won't show. And this one. Alright, so it's really easy card to do. It's the paper does all the work for you. And we're going to bring back those dots again, the 2023 to 2025 in color dots. And we're going to be using the, I guess this is probably the pecan pie, probably, the color. And I'm going to use a large one in the center and two medium-sized ones on each side of that, and hope I can get them fairly straight, and probably get my head in the camera again. All right. Alright, so there's our card. And if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of Wink Castella to that snow on the rooftop and the snowbank, just to give it a little glistening. And the top of our snowbank a little bit. And you can just put a layer of white on the inside, which I've already messed that up and I used it already, so, but it'd be, the inside would be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches for your inside of your card. So here's our second card that we finished. And it says, sending warmth your way. All right, let me straighten up here a little bit and we'll go on to our third card. Oops. Everything's trying to fall over there. So here's our third card. It was kind of a mystery challenge that I did, but I liked the way the card turned out, so I wanted to do it for our class and show everybody. It says, just a note, sending you sunny thoughts. And the stamp sets that I use come from, just a note comes from Go To Greetings, and then the inside sentiment, sending you sunny thoughts, comes from Trucking Along. And the paper that I'm using is the Countryside Inn. Let me get all of our bits and pieces out here. And I'm using the Simply Elegant trim, and we're using the silver. You get silver and gold, but we're using the silver. And I'm going to clear my mess here, get my instructions. Alright, and I'm also using the Stylish Shapes. I'm using this banner here. I think I've got everything, a lot of stuff done ahead of time, so it shouldn't take very long for this card. And we're still good on time, so we're good. I thought I was going over a little bit. Alright, sort things here. So I'm using Night of Navy, and that's 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and then it's scored in the middle at 4 1/4 inches. And we're going to burnish that edge again with our bone folder. I'm going to set that aside. And then I've got our Designer Series paper, which measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then I've got 4 more of those that measure, I got 3 of those, which measure 1 inch by 4 inches. So I'm going to set those aside for a moment. And another piece of our Night of Navy, which measures 1 1/4 inches by 3 1/4 inches. And also another one that measures 3 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And then a scrap of white to stamp our sentiment on, and our little twine bow. I've already done that ahead of time. Okay, and that's the inside. We'll talk about that afterwards. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. Which is just a note, and we're using Misty Moonlight ink pad. So we'll stamp our sentiment on there, get that going. And make sure that's inked up good. And I'm just going to stamp it on our scrap basic white. And then we're going to die cut that out with our Stylish Shapes banner. And while I'm at it, I might as well go ahead and stamp the inside sentiment, which says sending you sunny thoughts. And I better bring my piercing mat over here because it's photopolymer, so we want it to have a good impression. And I'm going to stamp that towards the top, but I'm going to stay off to the right side. Looks good. And this is going to have a Designer Series paper, and that measures I guess I didn't put down the measurement. I'm thinking it's a 1/2 inch. Yes, 1/2 inch, and then 5 1/4 inches long. So we're going to go ahead and attach that to the side of our cardstock there. And I always cut them a little bit longer so I can trim off. So, but the finished size is 5 1/4 inches long. I just cut them a little bit bigger. Move that aside, bring our scissors back in here. So I had some technical problems when I started out, so I had to restart the video, so I don't know why that is. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Just, you never know. I don't know if it's my error, if it's Facebook error, what it is, but looks like we've got it up and running okay now, so that's all that counts. All right, we're going to put this on the inside of our card. And there's our inside of our card. Now we're going to go ahead and attach our Designer Series paper to the outside. And this is a pretty pattern too on the back side of that. That pack of paper has a lot of pretty designs in it. And that was the Countryside Inn. And I'm trying to figure out which way would be right side up. I think that's the right side. And I'm getting my head in the camera again, probably. So we're going to place that down in the front of our card. And then we're going to bring over this piece of Night of Navy, which was 3 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And we're going to start attaching our little strips of Designer Series paper. And I've got these cut and I kept them in order so that the patterns will kind of match up. So we're just going to lay those down. And it looks like I did right. Didn't I? Yeah, looks good. No, it don't. Well, I'm thinking, is it this way? I don't know, they're not matching up very well. I thought I had left them in order, but it's, okay, it goes like that. And we're going to add our glue to our layers, our 3 layers. And leaving a little border all around them, we're going to place them back down onto that cardstock. And I'm going to start with my outside layers first. And I'm not going to attach that one really good. I'm going to keep it kind of loose in case I need to slide it around to get my seams right. I think my bottle is getting low again. Shake it down a little bit. Alright, and that one right there in the center. That looks pretty good. We're going to press them all down really good. And now I'm going to place these up on dimensionals. Let me get my take your pick tool to grab these with. And where did I put it? There it is. And I'll place 2 more in the center. And take off those backings. And place that on our card front in the center. I've kind of got it a little bit off to the right a little bit more, but I did that on purpose because my bow is going to be right here and I didn't want it hanging over. So I'm going to take our stamped sentiment and I'm going to bring over our baby boss again. And I'm going to die cut that banner out using our Stylish Shapes dies. The camera went a little blurry. I think it's because I'm moving around here. It's trying to catch up to me. So we're going to center that onto our sentiment. Bring my washi tape over here. And do I have another one up here? Now we're still a little blurry. What's going on with that now? And I like to stagger my plates a little bit. It makes it a little easier for our baby boss to grab hold of the plates and pull them through. All right, there, it cleared up on me. I guess it didn't like me moving around here. take our washi tape back off of there very carefully so I don't rip my paper. My die and my metal plate, magnetic plate. And we're going to place this onto our smaller Night and Navy, which that one measured 1 inch by 4 inches. And we're just going to kind of stagger it over the top of that. It's not going to cover the whole thing. It's going to be a little bit off the edges. Oops, trying to glue everything on my table here. All right, and center that. I'm trying to keep my head out of the camera. Nobody needs to look at my gray hair. Oops, did that move on me again? No, I think that's pretty good. And we're going to place that down. We're not going to place that on dimensionals because we've already got enough height on our card already. And make sure we're opening the right way that we don't go upside down. And we're going to place that not center, but we're going to have it just a little bit below the center line. And my cap on my glue. And here's our bow that we've already made ahead of time. And it's kind of not laying right, so we're going to force it to move around a little bit. And it's not laying right. We're going to bring our bow jig over here and we're going to make another one. I don't like the way the tails are going on that one, so bring out our silver twine again. Oh, thank you, Becky. Glad you like them. Hope you're all okay on the East Coast. I heard that the weather got pretty bad there the last few days. Hope you're safe. All right, if I can tie this bow, we'll be okay. And snip off our ends. And we need a glue dot. And I'm going to take your pick tool to take off one of those glue dots and place it on the side of our banner. So we can put our bow on top of that. Okay, so here's our third and final card. Let me get my things out of the way here. It says, just a note, sending you sunny thoughts. And we've got some ribbon stuff in there. Okay, so let me bring our cards out here that we've done today. And see if I can fit them all on camera. Pick up my mess a little bit here. And so there's our 3 cards for today. Hope you enjoyed them. I enjoyed doing them. Okay, Becky says, we just had rain and a little wind, but I guess others had trees down and wires. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about you when I was hearing on the news all the bad storms that you all got. We just had the real high temperatures here in the hundreds, with the heat index is way up there, so it was kind of miserable for a few days. All right, so here's our 3 cards for today, and we'll be back next week, same time, same channel, and that will be August 16th at 1 o'clock Central Time. And do you want me to go ahead and show some of the birthday cards that I received from some of my other team members? If you have time, let me know, yes or no. If not, I can save them for next week. Or we can show just some of them today. Thank you, Patricia. I was kind of waiting to see if everybody wants to see cards or if we want to skip it today. Birthday cards that I received. Well, nobody's typing, or it's kind of a delay on my laptop probably. So we can show some here. I won't show them all. I might save some for next week. So let's go ahead with these maybe. And I'm not going to give last names of people. I just say first names and maybe where they're from. Okay. Becky says yes. Okay. All right. Let me look here a minute. I'm trying to find one particular one. Yeah. Okay. I know one of the ladies, my friend, is on here, so I'll show her card first. And that's Sharon. She's from here in Bismarck. And it says, happy birthday. Very pretty. And then, my heart will always be tied to you. My heart will always be tied to yours. Okay. So, there's one. I need to find some place to put these so I don't mix them up with my other ones. And here's another one. This is from Kentucky. And it's a real cool fun fold. It's from Betty. And it says, hoping your birthday is filled with all best things. And I need to figure out this fun fold so we can maybe do it one week. I love fun folds. And so it's going to be one of my projects on my list to try to figure out doing. And this one is another fun fold, and this is from Sarah, and she is in Wisconsin. It says, wishing you the brightest birthday. It's a little fun fold, sort of like the one that we did today a little bit. And very cute. And then from another friend, which is Vicky, and she is in North Carolina. And it's happy birthday. She's using the ladybug stamp and die, or punch, and then the daisy punch that we used to have. And very cute. And she's made it so I can reuse the card. She just put a little note in there. And then we have, this one is from Sandy in California. And she's using that ribbon that we had about a year ago. It says, good times. And she's got it decorated a little bit on the inside too, with some rhinestones on the inside. I never thought of putting the rhinestones on the inside. So very pretty. And then this one is from Tracy in Wisconsin. And it says, the best is yet to come. And sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. Very pretty. And I don't remember what this stamp set's from. I don't think I have it, but I like it. And this one is from Leslie in Shamrock, Texas. I'm not sure where that is. Could be a neighbor, and I don't even know it. Okay, happy birthday. And she's using the designer series paper that we had with the butterflies. And look at all these rhinestones that she put on the butterfly. Very pretty. And hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. And she just put a note in there too, so I could reuse the card if I wanted to. And our last one is, comes from ME. Is that Maine abbreviation? I think it is. And this is April. Her name is April from Maine. ME. It says happy birthday. She's got different layers here. I like that. That's pretty. And she's got the stamp that I didn't get that one, but it's cute. It says, newsflash, birthdays found to be good for your health. Studies show that people who have more birthdays live the longest. Very true. Okay, that was, okay. I guess I could just about go through all of them and be done with it. So, I've really been blessed with a lot of birthday cards from everybody. My husband said he's a little jealous of all the mail that I'm getting, birthday cards. Okay, this one is from Tammy from Wisconsin. Another very pretty card. And sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. And Jane from Kimberly, Wisconsin. That's really bright. It's pretty. It's your day. Enjoy it. And then happy birthday on the inside. It says Jane from Wisconsin. And then we have Cynthia from Boise, Idaho. Another really pretty card. Looks like springtime. Love these colors. It says happy birthday. Wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. Oh, and I even got a birthday card from my insurance lady. It's kind of cute. Happy birthday to you. So, I know it's not handmade, but it's still cute. You could use it for ideas. Okay, and this one is from Raleigh, North Carolina, and it is Christine. And I think this was a paper pumpkin kit, I think, a few months ago, so it's very pretty. In fact, I haven't even finished all my cards for that one yet. So it says, wishing you happiness this special day will bring. And she says, sending paper hugs. And she even did the envelope flap and the envelope. I didn't even do any envelopes today. I should have. Okay, and this one is from Polly, and she is in North Carolina. And this fox is so cute. And she says, oh, happy day. It's the best day because it's your birthday. So, really cute. And then she also stamped the back of the envelope with the flowers. And then we've got another one that's from South Carolina. And that is Julie. It says, happy birthday. Cute idea. Doing them, splitting up the sentiment, putting part on the front and part on the inside. Good idea. And a black and white. I love the black and white. And then a little touch of pink daisy there to throw it off a little bit. This one comes from Grafton, Wisconsin. And happy birthday. And I think it says Ann. Yeah, it's from Ann in Grafton, Wisconsin. And the pool party sheer ribbon, so pretty. And this one's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Ooh, it's stuck to the envelope there. It says happy birthday. And what is it? It's from, I think it says Glow or Flow. And then she sent a little note inside too, so I can reuse the card. Very cute. Love those colors. And this one's from Nancy in Pueblo, West California. It looks like the poppies from California. And this is another little fun fold. It says happy birthday on the inside. And it seemed like it did something different. Okay, it's got 3 layers here. It's got this layer with the front of the card with the poppies. And then you open it, and it's got another layer that says sending sunshine and good feelings your way, using the, oh, what were those frames from? They were from Scallop Contours. Is that where it came from? And then another layer on the inside. So it's 3 different layers. I'm going to have to case this and figure out how she did that. I think that's all one sheet of paper right there, designer series paper. Got to study that one. I like that. And then she also did the envelope flap with the same designer series paper. We're going to case that one. All right, and then this one is from Dee Dee from Prescott, Arizona. Okay, let's make sure I was opening it the right way. It's another fun fold. Very pretty. I love this paper. I wish it went to retired. And then the inside's got this die. So it says, have a great birthday. Very, very pretty. Lots of good ideas here. I'm going to have to case some of them. Oh, thank you, Becky. Yeah, I guess we can celebrate the whole month, I guess, can't we? Not that I'd want to get any older, but... Okay, this one is another fun fold. And this one came from Kearney, Missouri. And it's from Ginger. It says, wishing you brightest birthday. So she stamped all these daisies. Are pretty. And it's another little fun fold. It's just got the bottom base and then another card on top that she cut at an angle. Good idea. Lots of good ideas here. All right, and this is from Gwen from Wapahu, Hawaii. I'm really special getting a card from Hawaii. I love that. And then she decorated the envelope too a little bit. She stamped the flower at the bottom corner. It says, for a special person on a special day. And let's check how this opens. And wishes for a beautiful birthday. Yeah, it's so pretty. And I love this paper too. The paper does all the work. You just cut them out. I think there's a die that cuts that out too. But I felt special getting mail from Hawaii. I've never gotten any mail from Hawaii before. So that was awesome. I was really surprised when I seen the postmark. All right, and this one is from Christine from Lakeville, Minnesota. And that's where I'm originally from, is Minnesota. And it says, Silly Goose told me it's your birthday. This is a cute stamp set too, but I never got that one either. We can't have everything, huh? It says, hope your day is great. And let's celebrate. Very cute. All right, and last but not least, we have another one that comes from Anna in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And it says, happy birthday. These are all pretty, and they're all up on dimensionals. And wishes for a beautiful birthday. And she didn't sign it either. She signed a little post-it note on the inside so that it can be reused. Lots of great ideas here on these cards. I'm going to have to do some casing. Okay, so that's all the cards I have for now, unless I get more in the mail. I'll show them next week. So it's always fun to see people's different ideas and how they do cards and what stamp sets they use and their designs. All right, so with all that said, we're going to say goodbye today, and we'll see you next Wednesday, August 16th at 1 o'clock Central Time. And until then, everybody be healthy and safe for the rest of the week, and hope you get some crafting time in. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.